Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to convince you that you should try to start your YouTube channel in year 2024. Well, first thing first, I want to point it out that it's extremely unlikely that you're basically able to monetize your YouTube channel if you just click on this video on random. But still, there are a lot of reasons outside of the financial reasons that you should start your YouTube channel. So basically, I'm going to list the skills that you can learn from my own experience, because I started YouTube a month ago, and there are some skills definitely I improved during the whole journey. So these skills I'm going to mention will definitely help you in your own career, in your main business. And actually, these skills are very hard to practice in the normal life. Okay, so let's jump directly to the skills that you're going to get. First skill is that you are going to practice your marketing skill. So basically, I want to point it out that in year 2023, we have witnessed a lot of layoff, like in USA, in China, also in Germany. In this now age, there are a lot of uncertainties, right? But especially in this kind of time, it is like extremely important to have a personal brand. The previous old age that you can just get a skill and like depend on their skill for a living, this age is gone forever. You're going to see that with ChatGPT and all the other AI tools, this difference between your work and the work from the AI is going to be smaller and smaller. And this year is just the beginning of it. So what it means is that the company that is currently hiring you are going to have less costs if they decided to replace you. And then the question is, in this kind of trend, what can possibly protect you from being laid off or from getting the bad things to happen? So basically, what is the personal branding? The personal branding can be understand that you are selling yourself as a brand, right? If you are a brand, you associate a brand with certain positive features. For example, people think you are professional, people think you are reliable, this kind of good trend. And then if you are a brand, you need to have a product, right? So the product is all the social media posts or all this YouTube content that you created and uploaded. Then basically is that in order to improve your brand, in order to let more people recognize your brand value, you have to make your products, that's basically your videos, to reach as many people as possible and create this community that this bunch of people like your content and like the things you're talking about. So during the process, right, you face a very typical marketing problem. How do I let more people realize that my product has value, right? So a lot of like the logic of the social media platform is that people are trading their attention for the content that you created. So in order to efficiently market yourself, you have to do this like marketing stuff. You have to learn about search algorithm and SEO and tags and all of the things. And you also need to look at your the content of your video from a marketing perspective. So what does my audience want versus what I want to say? So you see that this kind of trade-off is actually this product sense, right? You can understand it as a product sense. How do I sell something that is really needed to the audience in order to get back their approval, right? So by creating a YouTube channel, this will definitely help you to have this good things that I just mentioned about. And the second really important skill is your speaking skill. Of course, you can like basically have AI reading some text for you, and you don't need to like be in front of the camera. But I definitely recommend you to do so, because speaking skill is a very fundamental, skill in your career. You have to communicate with people. You have to convince them to collaborate with you, right? So I want to look at other perspective of speaking. When you are speaking in front of the camera, you are essentially outputting some content, right? And more output means that you have to have much more input. Share something with my audience. This will definitely force you to reach out to all the information, all the material that are available to you, and try to intake as many knowledge as possible. This will definitely require you to be, actively thinking about your career and the content and the area, basically the niche you're in. So we definitely heard of this 10,000 hours rule. So you have to like practice the skill for at least 10,000 hours, and then you become an expert. Well, I want to mention that these 10,000 hours are not just simply repeating the stuff that you already know how to do, right? So if you want to create a good YouTube content, right, usually like iteratively update. And the third most important skill that you hopefully will learn from the YouTube journey is that you will learn about the problem solving skills. So what exactly do I mean, right? So if you want to start your YouTube channel, you need to learn everything from scratch, right? If you are not in a relevant major. Then you look at your checklist, there are like 10 things to do. From these 10 things, find out what is the most important thing and do that first. This is basically problem solving, right? If you are like in a managing position, in your own career, you know that there are lots of like different things at one time. And this kind of skill actually needs practicing. You need to find the most important and most decisive one and address that first, and left out the, less urgent and less important one to later. This is really about time management, right? So if you are set a schedule to your YouTube channel, like I need to upload once per week, this will basically reduce your procrastination, because getting things done sometimes is much more important than like getting something perfectly done, right? So not only you are going to learn about the time management for yourself, there is also a little probability that you also learn about how to manage other people. Because, having video shots, creating some content ideas, or video editing and stuff, it is not likely that you are good at all of those. And at some time, probably you are thinking about like having somebody else to do that for you, right? But when you ask somebody else to do that, either you ask a friend or you pay some freelancers, what you're essentially doing is the HR stuff, right? It's basically human resource management, right? To a certain level, right? So you need to collaborate with people that have other skills, and so you need to communicate in order to have a good outcome. So definitely you're going to practice your managing skill in the process. So at the end of the video, as a bonus, I'm going to talk about the potential landscape of the YouTube in year 2024. So I see a lot of content on YouTube, but there are basically two big categories for them. So the first one is the entertaining-wise videos. For example, Mr. Beast video, and also like cats video and compilation video kind of stuff. So this kind of video, they have a lot of traffic because they are appealing to the wide public. And at the same time, there are like content-driven videos. Their logic is completely different. They are not appealing to the public. They are appealing to the specific professionals in the area. Instead, they are looking for a specific group of people in their own industry and are interested into the things that they're talking about. But quite unfortunately, I see a lot of them turn to selling their course in the end. Right? Basically, what they operate is that they release some not very important, not very core material as a free content into their YouTube channel, and this will be the hook for people to get to know them. And then in the end, the end goal is that they try to sell their own course. So in my opinion, is that if you are a professional in your own industry, that you should try to utilize the knowledge that you already have and create some content-oriented videos. Why I say so is because if you look at it, it's actually a very high ROI things to do, right? By high ROI, I mean that your input is not too much. At the beginning, it probably take you like 10 hours to make a video, but when you become skilled at it, or if you just lower your criteria, right? You do less editing, you do like little cutting, you just post the raw footage, right? This can save you a lot of time, right? So again, this is all about getting things done, not getting things like perfect. You are not, I'm not encouraging everybody to become a YouTuber. Well, even the title of the video tells you that I want you to become a YouTuber, but actually you are a businessman. You need to monetize your skill at some time. So the input is actually low, but the potential output is actually very high, because YouTube basically will show your video to a lot of public, and definitely you are able to reach out to people that if you haven't started your YouTube, you will never be able to talk to them. And they can basically inspire you, right? So their lives, their comments will inspire you. And not to mention, there are actually a not little chance that you can basically succeed if you are really good at your niche. Right? So basically, you have to do something to get the output. If you never ever decided on doing something and committing to it, you will never have the result, right? So that's basically my argument on why you should become, or at least thinking about becoming a YouTuber in year 2024. So about this channel, right? So this channel is already living for 1 month. So I started this channel because there are a lot of interesting ideas existing in my mind, but not really a lot of people are willing to sit down and talk about it. I really don't want my ideas to get the recognitions from people only around me, right? I want my ideas and thought to reach out to a wider public. So this channel is about data science, about data-driven business decisions, and I will also talk about AI and stuff. I also look at some interesting case studies of some very famous brands from time to time. If you think that some of the things that is valuable for you, please consider like and subscribe my channel, and we'll see each other next time. Bye bye.